Okay, before we get started on our project for the day, I did take a bunch of my copper to the scrap yard, and it was actually a place that was 17 miles down the road from me, not my normal place that I go an hour away, because they were running a special. And their shred price is actually, let me see if I can find it there. It's $1.50 a ton. You can see it right here, 150 a ton, which is better than my normal place that I take it to, which is 120 a ton. So I made a couple extra, maybe a couple bucks on what I have, 430 pounds. So I made $32.25 on that. But this place was running a special on Bear Bright, number 1 and number 2. They were running $3.83 for Bear Bright, and I took in 48 pounds and got $183.84. The number 1 copper I had 9 pounds of it, not a whole lot, but it's $33.39. And the number 2 copper I had 73 pounds of that for $257.69, and a grand total of $507.17. So all that from most of the stuff that I tore apart in videos, and then a lot of stuff that I just tear apart without videoing. And so that's a nice little chunk of change right there, $507. I like to show this because a lot of people are interested, and people just like to see how much money you make. So okay, so let's get back to our project. So I had a subscriber that recommended I break these radiators down, separate the copper tubing from the aluminum. He said it was real easy to do, only took a short amount of time. From the way I understood it, he was explaining to just make cuts through the aluminum near the copper tubing, and you can pull that tubing out pretty quick. So is it worth doing that versus what we got right here at $1.50 a pound? Let's go ahead and scale this up and see what this weighs. We'll break it down. We'll see if it's worth it. You can decide for yourself. All right, so I got the scale zeroed out. We're gonna put this radiator on here, and it comes in at 5.7 pounds. So 5.7 pounds times $1.50 comes in at $8.55. $8.55, just as it is right here. Let's go ahead and break it down and see if we can get any more money out of it. See if it's worth our time. Right now it's about 138. So I'm gonna get a real sharp razor blade, and I'm gonna start making cuts on this. I'll try to throw the aluminum in this bucket here. There's one piece. That took me about 4 minutes. That's real time. So I'll go ahead and I'll speed it up a little bit. That's the time. All right, so that's half of it. So let's take a look at the clock. So it is now 2 o'clock. I started at 1:38, so that took me 22 minutes to do that one half. But I started getting into a rhythm. So I think I can go a little bit faster, but I gotta take a break here for a second. This is extremely hot. Sweating like a pig. All right, I'll get back to you in a second here and I'll restart it. I'll go do the other half. All right, I got the sweat wiped off my forehead. I got a drink. I got my union break in. Let's take a look at the clock. About 5 after 2. All right, let's get going here. All right, so that second half took me about 15, 16 minutes. Not too bad. All right, let's go ahead and weigh it up and see what we come up with. Okay, I've got the floor all cleaned up. I picked up all those scraps that fell off. I put them in this 5-gallon bucket. And you can see it's just a whole bunch of shredded sheet aluminum, which in my area sells as the same price as cast, which is 60 cents a pound. So we're at 0. Put this on the scale. And we come up with 4.35 pounds of aluminum. All right, let's take that off. And we'll zero this out. And we'll add up all of our copper here. Now I'm going to put this down as number 2 copper because I'm not sure if with all the crust all over it if they would count that as number 1, but there's only a dime price difference, so it's $3.40 versus $3.50 for number 1. We're going to write this up as number 2 copper, and we come up with 2.95 pounds. Okay, the numbers are in, and after you add everything up, if you was to take the whole radiator, 5.7 pounds at $1.50, it was $8.55. The aluminum, we came in at $4.35, but I got to take 1.7 pounds out for the bucket weight, so it comes up to $2.65 pounds at 60 cents for $1.59. The copper was $2.95 at number 2 price, $3.40. That comes to $10.03 for a total of $11.62 versus the $8.55. For a total of $3.07 difference. Now for the 45 minutes that it took, I can already tell that you're thinking it's not worth it. So I did it for you so you don't have to. Now remember, I'm not a how-to video person. I just show you the way I do it. And if you agree with it, you're fine. If you don't agree with it, that's fine too. I get plenty of comments disagreeing with me. That's okay. Enjoy doing this kind of stuff, and I hope you do too. Okay, so I got to get busy working on some other things so I can get these to the scrapyard and get paid. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.